Hello, this is Dattaji, and I am preaching the spiritual knowledge of Sri Dattaswami. The human incarnation comes in every generation, but you are not coming in every generation. The rebirth as a human being is almost impossible and completely impossible as per Christianity. In such case, you are having only one chance to contact the human incarnation present in your generation. If you miss this, never again this luck comes. The next meeting with God is direct, where He acts as judge. Therefore, there is no second coming of Jesus for you, and you will meet God finally only. In this way, the second coming of Jesus at the end can be understood. But if you say that you cannot meet the human incarnation in your present generation, you are not having the opportunity even for once. In such case, why a particular generation in which God came in human form as Jesus was only blessed? They had the extra fortune, and this means God is partial to that generation. Therefore, every person in every generation will have the equal chance of coming in contact with the human incarnation once in his or her life, and the final contact with God in the energetic form as judge. Therefore, the impartial God comes again and again for every generation. But you are not having the chance to meet the human incarnation again, since you have no human rebirth. One may get the human rebirth in extreme exceptional situation, and you should not depend on that because it involves high risk. The human birth, the urge for salvation, and coming in contact with the human incarnation are the three real fortunes, and the importance increases from left to right in the order. Therefore, simply having the human birth and having the urge by taking orange robe is not sufficient. Unless you contact the Lord in human form and get the right knowledge for correct implementation, everything is a waste. There is no quarrel if you say that the second coming of Jesus is only at the end because everyone is having the equal chance. But if you say that I have to worship the past human incarnation only, even in the present generation, then the equal opportunity is not given to me when I am compared to the human beings present in that generation in which Jesus came directly and clarified all the doubts face to face. I must have such equal privilege, and here the quarrel comes with you since you deny the equal opportunity. The second coming is final with respect to every human being, but not with respect to God, because in such case, several human generations miss the chance of direct contact with God in human form, except that one particular human generation. Even if you say that Jesus told that His second coming is only final, it is true with respect to every human being, and not with respect to Him. You have misinterpreted this statement by extending it with reference to Jesus also, because you want to exploit the people in the name of the past Jesus and get personal fame and other facilities from the devotees. You are in no way different from the priest present in that time of Jesus. Both of you, which is you and the priest in the time of Jesus, do not admit the human form of the Lord. Both of you keep the past, which is invisible, before the devotees and earn money and fame. The only difference between you both is that that priest got Jesus killed through the court, and you cannot do that in the present time. The repulsion towards the human form before the eyes is common to both the priests and devotees. In the case of priests, there is an extra factor that they may lose fame and offerings from the devotees because they get benefited standing at the background of the invisible form of God, or inert form of God. In the case of devotees, this extra factor does not exist because they are prepared to sacrifice for God, and they are not losing since they do not receive. Any guru or priest immediately resists the human form of God based on these two factors, since he fears that the human form may get the fame or their offerings. Thus there is political, economic, and social issue of psychology in the spiritual line. Attraction to fame and money associated with jealousy and egoism is the main background, and Lord Datta brings out the truth that is buried up to any depth. All the details of truth are known to the omniscient God. Veda says that knowledge of God is always based on truth.
ఉద్ధర ప్రభో ఉద్ధర ప్రభో ఉద్ధర ప్రభో మాముద్ధర ప్రభో దత్త సద్గురో దత్త సద్గురో దత్త సద్గురో హే దత్త సద్గురో శ్రీ దత్త గురో శ్రీ దత్త గురో శ్రీ దత్త గురో మాముద్ధర 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 పతితం. ఉద్ధర ప్రభో ఉద్ధర ప్రభో ఉద్ధర ప్రభో మాముద్ధర ప్రభో. దత్త సద్గురో దత్త సద్గురో దత్త సద్గురో హే దత్త సద్గురో.